Your move, your move.
What's up, guys? It's Rotier here, back with the Zombie King, here to break the YouTube algorithm yet again with a very cool hat, may I add. And link to his channel, Undead Royal Academy, a channel just completely dedicated to zombies and everything to do with zombie combos, how to build zombies, how to play zombies, zombie support that needs to happen. Just go check him out. He is in the description down below. And Cassus, take it away.
Thank you. Well, what can I say, guys, except that the deck is back. We finally got some support out there, which Konami showed some level of love in the form of Lightsworn. So Zombie Lightsworn is back, which was my first ever properly made deck that I brought to the Banger Locals itself. And it should start with 3 Mizuki. I better not hear any of you complaining that there are too many bricks out there. It's not enough. I love them. I love to draw them.
Build a house with the bricks.
I can build. I built so many houses throughout the years. But yeah, there's a reason why there are 3 Mizukis with 3 Banshee, which I'm gonna show later. We have like our extenders that go really, really lovely with them. Also, they're nice to discard and mill, especially Mizuki and Banshee. You want to mill them of the Lightstorm effects. And as our main starter, these are like pseudo starters. Our extenders go hand in hand with them, but our main starter is the Wyvern, because yeah, I managed to fit in this 60 card mega pile. Ghost engine that goes really well with the zombies and the Lightsworns. Provides meals and bodies on the field. So there's our 3 Wyvern as main starter. I'm playing so many normal summons because again this is a 60 card deck. You're gonna see at least 1 normal summon and a starter. This deck is divided between starters and extenders. And there's Unizombie as our not ideal starter. It's worse than Wyvern, but Unizombie will do. And as our one of zombies, we got the 1 Doom King. There's nothing else to explain. It's Doom King is your boss monster. You're always gonna end up with Doom King on the field at the end of your turn, unless you get hand trapped. And as more extension for our ghost zombie plays, we got Spirit Owl to banish off the Ghost Fusion. We got Ms. Gozuki to add as another starter, but Gozuki can also be an extender. As many people forget, when he's sent to the grave, he banishes zombie to special summon zombie from hand. But also his field effect is really good. And to go further, in case we don't open the Wyvern, we can send a Sleeper to grab Ghost Fusion. And as our 2 beautiful zombie tuners, we have the Plague Spreader and the Bad Mauler. They're really good to mill. They're not that good to draw, but they're really lovely to mill. And that's it for our zombie side of the deck. Now we got the Lightsworns coming up with 3 Dragonlings. Amazing card. It's a free extender if you have a Lightstorm engrave. Summons itself and mills a Lightsworm. What else can you ask for? And when it goes to grave, no matter what, you can also go from the field. Unlike other Lightstorms, it's going to search you Punishment or Judgment Dragon to make sure you have the Enlightenment Dragon plays and more extension. Speaking of more extension, amazing extender for the Lightstorms Wellis. It basically unbricks your hand if you draw Wolves or Felice or maybe Illumina. It puts it on the top of the deck, then mills it alongside with another card and summons itself. What else can you ask for it? Amazing card. And then when it's sent to the grave from the deck, it reborns. So even more extensions. The Konami did a really beautiful job with the Lightsworn support. So hopefully we're gonna see zombie support in the future on par as the Lightsworn support. Maybe they'll go hand in hand even better. So a card that I was thinking about playing a 3 is Wolf, but for now it's a 2. You can stay at 2 for now and need more testing with that. Self-explanatory, 2 Wolf, 2 Felice. Felice is really good. Wolf as well is just also a big beater on the field if you have nothing else. And they go hand in hand to make synchro plays or Minerva. For more Lightsworn extension, we got Luminas. Keep in mind we can reborn Luminas with Mezuki, which in turn is gonna let us discard a card in our hand, which may be a Plex Spreader or a Doom King or something, or maybe another Mezuki that's stuck in our hand or a Banshee, anything, absolutely anything. Lumina can help get rid of it and put it in the grave and summon another Lightsworn for extension, allowing you for level 7 synchro 7 plays. And to wrap it up, we have one punishment with 1 judgment. Konami, this better come in an LTS pack. It has no point in being so expensive for an Ultra. But that's it for the Lightsworn monsters. More extenders. We got Solar Recharge, Peaches as Lightsworn, draws 2, mills 2, amazing card. The only annoying thing is that when you draw it and you have no Lightsworn in hand, but that really happens because we just play so many Lightsworn. Alongside with our 3 recharge. As you can see, the deck goes, the recharge is absolutely broken, it mills for cost. So even if your opponent ashes it, it only gonna stop the add. You're still gonna get to mill 3, and God knows what those 3 are gonna be. And for our extender, like I said, this is why we're playing so many level 4 starters, because we got the Revolution Synchron package. This deck just keeps getting beefier and beefier. The engines after engines, extenders after extenders. Revolution Synchron really good. It allows you to play underneath by making the Synchro Dragon, and not only that, also makes Moonlight Dragon going second. Moonlight Dragon is quite useful to break boards, and even more extenders in case we want to make a level 6 and start off Ghost Fusion plays with an Immortal Dragon. We got Assault Synchron. PX 800 activates the Ghost Fusion, and then it and any level 4 makes Immortal, and that's your Immortal line plays. Ghost Fusion plays. Check out my channel. I did so many deck profiles that rely on Ghost Fusion, and I even test hands to show how the combo is done, if you want to know. And then to wrap out the monsters, we got 1 Havnis, 1 Sharon, and the 1 Havnis. Havnis isn't that good, but it's alright, especially when you go second. Havnis helps. Also fusion summons when it's milled, so that's good. Sharon, on the other hand, is absolutely really good to draw. It discards a card from your hand, which can be, like I said, anything, hence the reason why we play so many Mezukis, Banshees. Not only that, gives you a level 4 body, which can be used to make Minerva or go into your synchro plays. Also mills your deck. Like, Sharon is absolutely amazing for the deck. And to start off our spells, we're running 3 Zombie World. Again, the deck is 60, so running 3 Zombie World is fine. You're really unlikely to see them, but you're also somewhat likely to mill them. And milling a Zombie World hurts when you have just 1. You have no follow up after that. So 3 is good. That just means even if you mill 1, you still have 2, 1 to use and 1 for follow up. As for more consistency, we're running 3 tuning to search our Assault Synchron or Revolution Synchron, depending on the plays we want to do. And on top of that, it also mills 1. So even more mills. The more mills, the better. For more consistency, we got a Foolish Burial. Self-explanatory, your deck loves to be in your grave, so any card that sends monsters from deck to grave is good. And our Ghost Fusion. Just the 1-off. You don't need to run 2. There's no point. You're only gonna activate 1. If you mill it, you mill it. It's like whatever is there. It's a 60 card deck. Chances to mill your 1-off Ghost Fusion is quite low. And you're much likely to get to your Ghost Fusion place before you mill it. So there's no reason to play 2. And even if you mill it, it's not the end of the world. You have other lines. Perhaps I will even do test 10s with this build on my channel. And then to round up the spells, playing 3 Super Poly. A very iconic card for me. I love Super Poly. I've been playing Super Poly in my zombies ever since I started playing. And I just love it. But breaks board. And I don't know about you guys, but when I mill it, I just feel nostalgic. And to round out the traps, we got the Lightsworn Mages. It's fine, it's searchable, but also if you mill it, it's also fine because it just sets itself. And just make sure to, if you have this, if you manage to mill it and you set it, make sure to end up on a few Lightsworns on board, which is not that hard. And boom, you just have 3 pops in your opponent's turn. And to round up the deck, we got 1 transaction rollback. And you know what that means? We got a Makash trap to go with it. Our Ghost Fusion plays, one of the reasons I'm playing them is because it just allows us to summon Beatrice extremely easy. If you want to see how, again, check the channel. I've done so many combo tutorials with the Ghost Fusion. I just summoned Beatrice. Your turn, Makash trap, opponent's turn, transaction rollback. And that's it. You got so many possible lines to go into. You can make a bunch of interruptions, a bunch of negates, and on top of that you can also make float gates to absolutely lock your opponent. Make sure if he doesn't have interruptions, they're not gonna have a good time. Only you are gonna be the one who has a good time. For the extra deck, sadly it's quite small. I wish it was bigger. It's quite limited. I had so many tech ideas for it, but sadly you can only put 15. And we got the 1 Alpha Savior going second, really good to break board and extend with a zombie mill. Sucker, amazing, just more consistency, draws you a card. What else can you ask for? That's it for the link, just these 2. You don't need more. 1, the Zombie Vampire. With the Lightsworn engine, it's really easy to have 2 level 8s on the board and overlay into Zombie Vampire. It's really easy. A Synchro 8 plus a Judgment Dragon or a Punishment Dragon makes Zombie Vampire and helps extend even further. And then the 1 Beatrice, like I said, your entire line with Transaction Rollback revolves around her. And it's fine, you may even be lucky and just mill Transaction Rollback my cash trap. You never know. And to round up our Xyz, playing 1 Minerva. The most bulk of this deck is in the Synchros. Minerva is a really good level 4 up, allows you to extend even further. It's amazing. And then for our Synchros, we got 1 Punishment, 1 Psychian Punisher, a really good card to wrap up games with. You don't really pay life points as much in this deck, but it's still a good card to end in case your board gets broken. You got this guy in your extra deck on the crackback. 1 Omega, a really good card is Recursion, because especially since you are going to use so many Mezukis that are going to get banished. You might want to shuffle one of them back in your opponent's turn, then hand rip them one. Also, the Enlightenment Dragon banishes everything that's not a Lightsworn if you have the new Minerva, basically. So that's where Crackback Omega comes into play to summon it and then put key cards, key zombie cards from your banish pile back into the graveyard, like Doom Kings, Banshees, or Mezukis, like I said earlier. And then we have the Crystal Wing, amazing card. If we open a level 4 and away to Revolution Synchron, we have a guaranteed Crystal Wing to negate monsters, a lovely interruption every turn. And then for more synchros, we got the Minerva, newly added Lightsworn support. It's really good. It's really good. You make it with 2 Lightsworns, you get to send 2 Lightsworns to the grave. It prevents your Lightsworn from being banished, which also that means your opponent cannot beast your Lightsworns. So if you mill a wolf, they cannot beast the wolf away anymore, or crow it. And just more extensions on top of that. And then we have one Michael.
Shout out to Michael.
I was about to say shout out to Michael, to our locals. It's here in the extra deck with us. It's just a good level 7. It's good to make it going second. Speaking of level 7, that's a good one going second. Moonlight Dragon. Just more ability because we're not playing so many board breakers. It's good to have an extra deck card in handy that's able to break boards. Besides you just running so much gas, you just play through everything because there's just so much gas. And then to round up the synchros, the one Immortal Dragon. This is the card you go into to start off your fusion, Ghost Fusion plays. Quick rundown. Level 4, any level 4, like Gozuki, Banshee, Mizuki, and tuning or a Soul Synchron. Make Immortal Dragon, Immortal or Wyvern, and an Immortal Dragon. You either send a Mizuki if you open Wyvern, or a Sleeper if you don't open Wyvern. Search Ghost Fusion away Immortal Dragon with a Chenchi to make Garura. Speaking of, Garura is right here. You make Garura with Ghost Fusion, and then Chenchi is gonna summon herself by banishing a zombie, which is gonna be the Immortal Dragon or any other zombie, if you have zombie world, and summons herself. Is gonna mill one more card, which is either an Extender or Mizuki, and then you just over into Beatrice. Beatrice discharges Garura. Garura is gonna draw 1. Absolutely amazing. And to round up the extra deck, we got Super Poly Target. Now, it's not as good when Zombie Ward is not on the field. Well, when Zombie Ward is on the field, this is really good Super Poly anything. If Zombie Ward is not on the field, you will just rely on Garura. Also, Tier Elements can fuse. If Zombie Ward is on the field, they can fuse into this guy quite easily with anything basically. And then the boss monster of the Lightsworns now, Enlightenment Dragon. Absolutely busted. Pays life points, which plays into the Ghost Fusion lines, and just helps your life points get lower. So then you can just swoop in with a Punisher to wrap up the game. If there is a game, because this guy just banishes anything. Just absolutely board nukes everything.
Nice one. That's your zombie deck. Would you add SP if you could?
There's just not enough room. That's the problem.
Okay.
I would add SP if there was room, but there isn't. I prefer Avenate Saver over SP. And on a quick note, you might have noticed why there's no extra deck.
Side deck.
A side deck. Sorry about that. Well, you don't read the side deck. There's not much room to side deck except the Super Poly, really. But I'll give you some good hints what the side deck is right here. It's right in this wallet, in this beautiful wallet right here. The entire side deck is right here. All you need is the 2 shufflers. Helps you shuffle your own cards or your opponent's cards. But what you really need is to really make your opponent hate you when you go into time, because you're gonna run 3 scatter shots and 1 blaze accelerator.
And there you go. That's the profile. Make sure you do check out Cassus's channel. Link will be in the description down below. Let him know that you came from my channel, just so that he does believe me that people do use the link.
Let's have a competition to see if I actually get subs from appearing.
It's time! Let's go!